New York City is known for its bagels. Do you want to know where to get the best one?
I'm a food and lifestyle blogger, and we got you covered.
So let's get some bagels. Popup Bagels. You've probably seen them everywhere on social media. All over your TikTok feed. And when I tell you they are perfect, they really are. After having that first bite, it was euphoric. It was so special. And their whole thing is that they're baking hot bagels and serving them with different schmears. So scallion cream cheese, plain cream cheese, pumpkin butter. So they don't make your quintessential bacon, egg, and cheese, lox sandwiches. You don't get that. They're not cutting it for you. You rip and you dip. So you take your schmear on the side, you take your bagel and you just run it through the cream cheese, and hopefully the cream cheese is melting with the bagel on it, and you get this perfect bite. They're plump. They're really tender when you rip them apart. My absolute favorite bite is taking the hot sesame and putting the white fish and the roe on top. And it is just perfect, a beautiful bite.
When you think of New York, you think of bagels. That being said, not all bagels are made the same, and the best bagel in New York City is a local hometown favorite from Utopia Bagels. This place has been making bagels for over 40 years. They are hand-rolled, kettle-boiled, and baked to perfection. And so while the bagels are amazing on their own, every time I go there, there is one order that I am 99% chance getting: a bacon, egg, and cheese with the addition of avocado on a French toast bagel. The French toast bagel is this amazing bagel with powdered sugar on the top. There's pockets of maple syrup. It's the perfect combination of sweet and salty. You cut into it and you have the runny yolk and the sweetness of the bagel. It's so amazing. You have to go there. Even just being there is a show in itself. You can order takeout, but I really just recommend going for the experience. And listen, it's that popular that you should expect to wait at least 30, 40 minutes on the weekends there, but I promise you it is worth it.
If we're gonna talk about a good New York bagel, we have to talk about Baz's Bagels. This is where I go every time I'm downtown. It's on Grand Street, and they make hot out of the oven bagels that are just so delicious. They hand roll all of their bagels, and they have a huge selection not only of bagels, but of cream cheese too. But I have to say, when it comes down to it, my favorite bagel is the salmon duet. It's an open-faced bagel where half of the bagel is topped with Nova lox and the other half is topped with salmon roe. It's a little bit bougie, a little bit decadent, and it is so good. I also love that Baz's is really generous with their fillings. These bagels are hot out of the oven and they are so soft and fluffy. I love when I have a bagel that I bite into it and there's not that really dense chew, and Baz does the best soft and fluffy bagel.
Obviously, bagels are a hot commodity in New York City, and there's tons of places where you can get a great bagel. But one of my personal favorites is Ess-a-Bagel. There's about 5 or 6 locations now, I believe, all throughout the city. These bagels are so fluffy and have an amazing seed to bread ratio. Seeds are a huge thing for me because I love an everything bagel. When I get a bagel, I have the hardest time deciding what I want. So if I'm super hungry, I will get something that's loaded. At Ess-a-Bagel, the signature favorite is their lox and their cream cheese, and it comes with all the works. That's always an option. Then I'm always looking at, an egg, sausage and cheese situation, maybe even add the cream cheese on top of that. And then with cream cheese, the options are also endless. I personally love veggie. Sometimes all you need is just veggie cream cheese on an everything bagel, a fluffy everything bagel. New York City is the type of city that runs on bagels, and there are a lot to choose from. My favorite is actually from Black Seed Bagel. The bagel sandwich that I always get there is their classic 2.0 on an everything bagel. There are a lot of opinions from people in New York City about smoked salmon, but we all agree that it's very important. And pastrami smoked salmon has an incredible flavor all its own that almost elevates the salmon. And at Black Seed, they pair it with a pickled green tomato, so you end up with this tangy, pickly, creamy, incredible sandwich that hits on every flavor note that you didn't know you needed. The other reason that I chose Black Seed is because I think that their bagels are the right size. They're not too big and they're not too small. They're not too doughy and they are covered in toppings. My least favorite thing about a bagel is when it's under-seasoned and when it just feels like a mouthful of dough. You'll also find that a lot of bagel shops in New York City bring pre-made bagels in and then boil them there, but at Black Seed, they're making all of their bagels fresh right there behind the counter. And I think that that has a huge effect on how good their bagels are. I think for New Yorkers, it could be controversial to say what is or is not the best bagel in the city, so I don't want to make a sweeping statement, but I will say if you're looking for a delicious bagel that will not let you down, Black Seed is definitely a great place to go.
So now we ask you, where is your favorite NYC bagel? Let us know in the comments.